Interesting by extension about 85 Bangkok to crossing Samara. Very soon the platform will fall into the park in 3 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm in car number 8. So this one's number 13, so I've got a little bit of a walk down there. Not far. Okay, on the train now. This is the sleeper train, 2nd class, air conditioning. So looks really good, looks comfy, looks clean. So yeah, it can't be bad. I think the cost was 745 baht. I'll double check in a minute, okay? But I'm pretty sure that was it. There is another bus company that I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, okay? But these two bus companies, Nong Khai Air, NCA, and Udon Air, I always call it Air Udon. Air, it is Air Udon, okay? Air Udon Air, same thing, okay? Okay, so the main difference, there's a skill to this, okay? Now, if I was travelling to Nong Khai and I was going to go across the border into Laos, I would travel here by Nong Khai Air, simply because it's a little bit easier. They drop me off at the border. I'm right on the border. I don't have to mess around. I don't have to get a tuk-tuk or anything else. I'm straight there. When I get across the border, across the bridge, it's done. Okay? But if I got Udon Air or Air Udon, okay, I get dropped off here, and then I've got to make my way from here to the border, and that is by tuk-tuk. It's about 80 to 100 baht. It depends. Usually 80 baht. Okay. So that's the only difference. But on the way back, I'd pick Udon. Simply, for me, and it's a personal thing, they drop me off at Mochi, and it's easy for me just to get my local bus from there, bump straight home. No messing about, okay? But you might find it easier to use NCA and get dropped off at the terminal and get a taxi from there. So it's swings and roundabouts, okay? It's only a little point, okay? It's no big deal. I think if it was up to me, I'd just swap and change. You know, I come here all the time. I'm always travelling to and from Thailand and Laos. So I'm going to be changing the way I go just to update you and keep you updated on different things. Very little difference in the price, very little difference in the service, but I think by a nose, Nong Khai Air win on service and the quality of the buses, okay? And they usually have a quite an attractive member of staff okay, that is like your air hostess, your boss hostess, okay. Now they do look after you very well. Both places, they both do it, but just one is, you know, Nakhon Chai is just a little bit better, just a little bit. Prices, yeah, there's really nothing in it. This one, a little bit cheaper. It's just a convenience thing for me, and sometimes I just like to change. I don't want to, done it once, don't want to do it again. One thing, the TV and the Wi-Fi and the headphones you get on Nakhon Chai Air are really good, and you have your own little screen in the back of your seat, so that works, that goes really good. And these ones don't normally have it. There is another company over there that have the buses and they have screens in, but I went on there once and honestly there were cockroaches running all around the friggin' bus, okay, so never again, okay. So these are the main two. Now at a slightly lower level, coming in third place would be the government bus 999, and that's actually just down here. And their buses are actually okay. They are older. It does take a little bit longer because you go to more bus stations and stuff like that. And sometimes you don't get really good service, and sometimes you might get some water and sometimes you don't. It depends, okay? So, but their buses are okay, and the price is a little bit cheaper too. Here's one of the government buses there, that blue and pink one, not the little van, the big one, okay. That's the type of buses you get with them. You know, they're fine, but a lot of the ones that the government buses use are older and not so nice, okay. Still safe, still pretty good service. You know, they're not terrible, but I think they come in third place behind Udon Air and Nakhon Chai Air, okay? So, these are the buses that you get here. This is Nong Khai to Bangkok. You can also get Nong Khai to Suvarnabhumi Airport. And you can see the prices there, okay? They are not expensive. So if you're pushed, okay, you can get, where are we? Nong Khai Bangkok, 329 baht, that's standard. That's old style buses, not as nice. First class, that's the class that I would go for. That's better, more comfortable, less stops, okay? That's 423 baht. VIP is 658 baht. Now, for me, I think that's quite expensive. It's a lot more than I paid, but it's cheaper than Nakhon Chai Air on their VIP. But Udon Air, Udon, their same class, VIP class, cost me on the way back tonight 423 baht, so considerably cheaper, okay? And Nong Khai to Suvarnabhumi Airport, 450 baht. You know, let's be honest, guys. It's still bloody cheap. You know, sometimes we're talking about pennies. I try and give you the best deal I can get you, but you know, you compare it with traveling in America, traveling in Europe, even traveling in Laos. Traveling in Thailand is extremely cheap. It's not expensive, okay? So even though we're talking about saving 50 baht here, 100 baht there, or whatever, come on, it's still bloody cheap. But I'm trying to look at the safety point of view and the standard and quality of service that you get. And for me, Nakhon Chai Air, one over there, Udon Air, Udon, okay? And then in the third place would be the government buses. All the other ones around here, until they improve their fleet and improve their drivers, I wouldn't do it, okay? Not on their side. There was absolutely no alternative. So, you know, that shows that because the number of people are killed in bus accidents here, and you know, when there's an accident, it's a bloody big accident. It's not one or two people that are injured. It's, you know, it's dozens. So be careful and try and pick the best ones that you can get. Not Nong Khai Air Udon, especially Nong Khai Air, you can travel around most of northern Thailand with that. There are several other very, very good bus companies, but not that are operating from Nong Khai, okay? There's one that might come around later actually, and it's called, I think it's called the Big Green Bus, and that takes you from Isan and takes you all the way over to Chiang Rai, and that is a good bus service too, okay? But I'm just talking about the ones to Bangkok. Hi, okay, so I'm in Vientiane, and I've travelled from Thailand, from Bangkok. So, how did I get here? Well, this time I travelled from Hua Lamphong train station. So I travelled by overnight sleeper train. What did I think of it? Well, it was really, really comfortable. It was clean, it was safe, and it was secure. So you can't ask much more than that. The price was pretty decent. It was around about 800 baht. So that's okay, that's fine. So the trip, we left at 8 p.m. at night. We arrived in Nong Khai around about 7:45, around about 8 a.m. in the morning. So it's about 12 hours. And it was fine, it was a good trip. But we have one problem. What about getting over to Laos? What's the best way to do it from the train station? It's a good question. There's as part of me that really likes the train that goes from Nong Khai train station over into Laos. It's really nice. It's a cute little train. It's really nice. It's a bit quirky. I'm pretty sure it's the only train in Laos. So for that reason, do I think you should do it? Should you take it? Yes, for sure. But there's a problem, and the problem's this. It costs 20 baht on the train, so that's really cheap. It'll get you across the border, it goes across the Friendship Bridge, you get a great view of the river, everything. It's really nice, it's cool. But the problem is when you get over the other side into Laos, is getting from the train station to Vientiane, or Vientiane, okay? You're screwed basically. It's really difficult to get there. There's really only one choice. When you book your ticket in Nong Khai, you have to pay 300 baht for the train ticket and the minibus that will take you from the station to Vientiane. That's a lot of money. It's expensive. If you go on the border crossing, you can get a local bus for 30 baht that will take you from about the same distance from the border to the centre of Vientiane. So that's my dilemma. Okay, so I wanted to look at it. Okay, can I do it? Can I walk? Not to Vientiane, but walk from the train station to the main road and then get a local bus or a Song Tao. Can I do that? Yes, I did do that, but it's a long way. I think it took me about 40-45 minutes to walk from the station to the main road, and then I flagged down a little local Song Tao, and he took me from there right into the middle of Vientiane, and that cost me 80 baht. So there we go, not 300. Okay, so if you are going to do the train, just budget for 300 baht. Okay, that's what it's going to cost you. Walk, you can do it. You do see some really nice little villages along the way. but it is a long walk, okay? And today it wasn't so hot, but in the middle of the day it would be crazy. So 300 baht, okay, that's it. There is an alternative, there is a choice. What you could do is from Nong Khai train station you get tuk-tuk to the border. That's going to cost you maybe 60 baht. Then you get a bus across the border, which is 20 baht, and that will take you across the border to immigration and the border crossing. You can do visa on arrival there, get everything done, and then you can get a local bus, 30 baht, from there into Vientiane. So that's your alternative, but you won't go on the train. I think it's worth it in some way because that train is really cute. Some people think I'm crazy for saying that, but I like it. It's good, it's funny. There's not many like quirky little things left now, but this is one of them. The train across the Mekong from Thailand into Laos. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.